handicapped.com.
This must be a sharp pick on a team that hasn't covered a single game since the month of September. This is Brad Powers in the pregame.com studios just off the Vegas Strip. We're talking the Texas Bowl. We have Kansas State taking on Texas A&M.
Texas A&M has been horrible against the spread. Who do you like?
I like Texas A&M minus the points. That's right, we're taking the Aggies here, but let's talk about their opponent, specifically their opponent's head coach. He's Bill Snyder. Everybody knows him. He's a Hall of Fame coach, one of the greatest of all time. However, I'm going to say this. Bill Snyder is an overrated bowl coach. Why? You look at his last 9 bowl games. He's 1-8 straight up, 1-8 against the spread. We're playing against him here. We're taking Texas A&M minus the points.
I think the problem is Bill Snyder demands full effort from all his players in all the practices and in all the games, and by the end of the year, they just run out of gas.
They do, and let's just talk about Snyder specifically. One of his main advantages is he's a workaholic. He outworks the competition on a week-by-week basis, but when you have a full month to prepare, that kind of outwork in the competition, that factor gets negated.
Yeah, one factor that won't get negated is the SEC dominance against the Big 12, 14-2 against the spread in bowl games, and this one makes a lot of sense. I had the better athletes, they're out physicaling their opponents, and they have a key edge here at the end of the year.
Yeah, and I think this specifically applies to why Kansas State struggles in bowl games. Let's face it, Fez, they don't have dynamic skill position players that are going to wow you as far as speed factor, and then also they have pretty vanilla schemes both on offense and defense.
Your second key handicap.
Let's talk about A&M's poor finish. 7-1 against the spread their last 8 games. To me, that creates value here. And why? Let's face it, Joe Public Better is going to walk up and see that, oh, wow, A&M's 7-1 their last 8 games, or they've been betting against A&M late in the season. Let's bet against them here. The reality is the bowl season is an entirely different, separate factor, and that's why I'm going to take A&M here.
And that's actually a secret wise guy bowl tip, very similar, is to look at teams with lousy against the spread records and back them. The idea being I get a very motivated team that's underachieved and I get point spread value because the odds maker isn't stupid. He sees all these bad results against the spread and lowers the point spread on favorites like this.
Yeah, and it's also a reset for these teams that have been struggling, and specifically A&M's problem late in the season, they had a lot of nagging injuries for 2 of their best players, their quarterback and their All-American defensive end. Both of those players are healthy and will play here.
Let's make it official.
Yeah, let's make this official. We're going to take Texas A&M minus the points. Quite frankly, Bill Snyder is an overrated bowl coach. He's 1-8 straight up, 1-8 against the spread his last 9 bowl games, and A&M's poor finish equals value. This is a team that gets to hit the reset button for the bowl season, and they're much more healthier than what they were at the end of the season. Add it up, take Texas A&M minus the points. More videos at pregame.com.